Time is the enemy, the past, it threatens the fastest weapon. You wouldn't make it past a second, and that's the question. Play it brash and reckless, or choose a cautious solution you thought was prudent. In any sepulcher, pulchritude will become the putrid. It's that wealth that I'm pursuing. No mountain too steep or dungeon too deep to send expendable marks up to the top of the peak or beneath. They see you bleed, they come like sharks to it, while I swim in that money bin like Carl Barks drew it. So send your national parks druid, I'll send them home in a natural box with a closed top and most of the parts included. Save your breath for a cleric confessor. Death is a lesson and life is a tenured professor. But if you're seeking my official advice, sign on the dotted line, initial it twice.
Top and most of the parks included in your ticket when you receive one in the mail.
Yep. Hello. I am Taco Brahe of Penny Arcade and Pass. I am also Ominifus Hereward Dran, CEO of Acquisitions Incorporated. But today, I'm Jerry Holkin, and I'm running a game of Dungeons and Dragons for my friends from the squeakiest chair in America. Something for you to savor. Yep. To my right, Dragonborn Narcissist, Dinar Blitzen. Yes.
Yeah.
You know, all right.
You earned it.
All right.
Hey, to the right of my right, repping the natural world, Walnut on Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. How. Yeah. Now, to my left, you're not the Mishroud, right? Not your grandma's grandma, except for those rare cases. You know why? It's because you look like a fucking sorceress. Not Mishroud, not your grandma's grandma, except for those rare cases in which she is your grandma's grandma. It does happen from time to time. Rosie Beestinger.
Whoa. What's this?
Dude, check out the callback to game one. What an incredible journey it's been. To the left of my left, emerging as though from a mist shroud, Cthulhu Stroud.
Who's this now?
Who is this now? That's me.
Shit cloud.
Hey,
Whoa.
Listen, don't.
who's that sweet little
Don't
gherkin?
jinx me.
My little pickle boy.
Let's try to create an atmosphere of support for one another.
Nope. PvP today.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And you're dressed for the occasion.
That's right.
Shadow Rosie is real, and she's obviously here with us now. When last we saw our heroes, it should be established, I suppose, that this is the final episode of season 1
Ever.
Who will die?
of the C team.
Final episode of season 1 ever.
No, it's the vinyl episode of season 1, only for the collector.
We are wearing.
No, it's going to be 8 seconds long.
But
That was a good joke. That was a good joke. Let's all stop.
You deserve
Thank you.
Nothing.
the best.
Thank you. I do it for you guys.
When last we saw our heroes, they had entered the increasingly strange cavity, for lack of a better term, of the Wandering Crypt. There are many stories about the Wandering Crypt, what exactly it represents. We've sort of gone over those during the course of this season. But very, very recently, let's get right back up to it, it took them a long enough period of time where they actually had to stop and rest to get all the way down whatever constitutes this thing's windpipe. They entered a large chamber where they could see the mechanism of the Holy Nemazir from the ceiling down to the floor, having ground itself directly through the Wandering Crypt's body and held it in place beneath the earth. Walnut sensed that this was, in fact, a place of peace. They moved from there through a set of 3 doors. They heard knocking at each of the doors. They opened it and saw a young ghost. Indeed, the ghost of Ominifus Hereward Dran, which you might have heard me reference earlier in this show. The child was...
Wait, what?
Indeed. The child was distraught and required assistance even getting out of the place. He left, the party continued in, and they found, whatever, a treasure hoard, whatever that represents in the bizarre biology of the Wandering Crypt. Let's see. So Rosie knelt down to examine some of these coins, and
Right after someone said, "Be very careful."
Yeah.
Just want to
This did happen.
So careful.
Cthulhu Draub, you made your save, as I recall.
Not me so much.
No, but not so much with. So the gullet of your bag that you have as a second level hordes person is just. I mean, its stomach obviously is a multi-planar dimension that connects back to the home office. Mm-hmm. But you know that it is full of whatever this stuff is back there. Is it gold? It's hard to know. Generally speaking, when you touch a coin, you are not driven into a kind of madness. So let me go back to what occurred previously, just so we can get the channel caught up with the state of play. I see that your face has already adopted the proper mask of anger and martial rage. Now, having rubbed two of the coins together, Rosie Beestinger, it isn't such that she became convinced, it's that she was seized by a sort of incontrovertible knowledge that her friends, the people that she thought were her friends, would kill her rather than let her seize this gold, which was her right. And in the intervening seconds, you've had to sort of recalibrate your memories of these people. You've gone back through the adventures that you've had, the close shaves, the emotional highs and lows, and you can't help but wonder if it was all for this. Did they need to secure your trust so that you could help them get into this place? They could use your body and your blood to enter into this chamber and then seize this wealth from you, wealth that is yours. You know it for a fact. Historically speaking, this has been the sort of time where we roll initiative.
Can I do a little bit of role playing?
I'm not gonna take that from you at all.
I thought about this a lot.
I want to hear it.
Okay, so I pick up these coins and
Just rubbing them.
I'm rubbing them together, and everything just suddenly becomes very, very clear.
Yes.
And
finally.
I see it all, everything that you just mentioned, going through all of those memories of this whole last however long we've been adventuring together, and everything's falling into place. I'm like, oh, of course there was a way that I could be emotionally manipulated by this elf and get into places where I was feeling protective. They're preying on my natural instincts, and it all makes perfect sense, and I start to laugh.
Oh.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Wow. You guys almost pulled it off. You almost did it. I should have known. Okay. Listen, I've put up with this long enough. I've got some esoteric lunatic. I got a horny elf with daddy issues and an idiot baby.
What?
And this is what I have been carrying you and protecting you all this time. Of course you're here to steal this from me. Of course. Great. All right. I hope you know what you're in for, because I'm not going down without a fight.
Yeah, me, are you going to get 25% like the rest of us?
Wow, that was a burn session.
No.
Hey, I might be an idiot and a baby, but what was the other thing she said?
She had nothing. Yeah, you guys. She had nothing but compliments from me. What do we do?
Wow.
What do we do to
Wow.
What do we do with these two?
Oh, it's just, I will say, if you want to leave the crypt and we don't ever speak of this again, we can go about our separate ways. I can go back to the life I was leading before. You three can do whatever the fuck it is you do, and we're good. How about that? Sound good?
What?
You guys just have to turn around, get right out of this crypt.
We are gonna.
This initiative.
Having just another mother figure rip from her
Womp, 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 womp. That's a natural 20. Already.
Oh, shit.
Already.
Shadow Council, may our labors please you, your servant Your literal servant, Rosie Beestinger, has offered unto you a boon. Of course,
shadow
if you
suits
are a subscriber, you can get this rad box from Elderwood Academy. If you are not a subscriber, we'll give you a coupon to the store. I leave it up to you to determine which of those is superior. This is terrible news for the rest of this party. What did you come up with there, Cthulhu? You're in the shitter.
Eight. I'm in the toilet.
All right.
We both had 10s.
But I got a 13.
Rosie Beestinger.
Yeah.
Okay. I had 11 minus 1.
Yeah, you're good. I set you up. Now, Rosie Beestinger, it's only a matter of time. I mean, it really is a kill or be killed. You gave them the offer
Yeah.
to leave. They have not done so. You have no idea. Like, if these people are capable of treachery on this scale, you don't know what's next. Like,
Right.
you can't plan. This is a type of betrayal you can't plan for. Like, you don't know if waiting is a good idea. You don't know if you'll survive it.
Cthulhu is saying, like, due to the matriarchal nature of Drow culture, if we've somehow offended, we apologize. I don't know what claim. There's nothing coming out. It's gone to the home office. Whatever it is.
This is what it sounds like. Oh, grandmother, if we have offended in any way.
It's like Kids in the Hall sketch where it's
Yeah.
this always sarcastic man. Yeah, can you re-deliver that as always sarcastic man?
You gotta write it down.
Yeah. Oh, grandmother, if we've offended in any way, please allow us to make things right.
I can't believe I thought you were some kind of buffoon this entire time, and it turns out that this is your true nature.
Oh, I've been called a buffoon many times, and I indeed am one.
Yeah. Well, you're about to be a buffoon who is missing some limbs, so.
I'm afraid that may be very true. Very true.
Okay.
What am I gonna do?
And this is just infuriating.
Oh no!
It's
Yeah, it's like.
my God. Okay.
Oh, don't kill me, grandmother. Oh no.
All right. Okay.
Exactly. So Rosie and Cthulhu are here. She is going to be moving atop a mound of gold. The two of you are closer to one another.
Emotionally.
At this point, honestly,
like,
Yeah.
how
I'm ready.
far apart are we as a group right now?
They are separate from you by about 20 feet.
Okay.
You and Cthulhu are very near to one another.
Okay. Now, when you say about 20 feet, how many feet exactly?
20 feet.
Okay, great.
20.2.
About exactly.
About exactly 20 feet. Okay, so the first thing I will do is, because I know a bunch of these absolute maniacs are spellcasters.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Chris Destroyer.
Yeah, I'm going to use my Chris Destroyer. I'm going to use Silence, and I'm going to cast it. It's a radius of 20 feet, which is what I was asking. And I'm going to drop it right in the middle of all of us.
Oh.
And so anything you guys
That
can't...
requires a V.
Right, anything that's a V spell, like, you can't cast.
Yeah, I need to
plan B.
And then
It's a V?
for bonus,
Yeah.
anything that requires you
voice
to
it.
use your voice, you can't use it in that sphere.
V.
That's a super strong play.
Sure do.
Yeah, and then
Well, yeah, it's because think about Paladin. All their stuff
it's
is
all
like
chanting.
Exactly, it's like
Jeez, I'm all about
what?
that.
How?
yeah, you're all about
Oh,
that
please,
beat.
God.
Yeah.
Help me.
Not anymore.
And then for bonus action, I think I can take an unarmed strike to stun, to attempt to stun, barring a con save. And I think that probably the one I'd be the most worried about would be Dinar. So
Do something, wreck those spiders.
yeah, exactly. So
Sorry.
yeah, you want the
One
book?
hidden way,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, real
Speaking
quick,
of, do we have the monster manual? Nope, never mind.
She can
Don't worry
get
about
it.
what's the range of the
The silence is just 20 feet. So I put it blop in the middle,
Okay.
and so only in that 20-foot radius. But I don't know if you guys would know or see it, because it's just a silence radius.
I mean, we don't know yet. And when,
Yeah.
when
When
we
we go-
try.
I don't think it's visible.
You go,
Yeah.
"Bleh." Can't talk.
Yeah.
No, it's just quiet.
Okay.
Run away in cowardice.
It's just nap time.
It's just nap time in there. So, so I will then do a move toward Dinar and try to kick him right in the kneecap. It's going to be a mean one.
Just a little hook kick.
Yeah,
That's
right in
where-
the soft
Back of the
spot.
heel.
That's where Dragonborn hide their testicles.
That's where my
That's right.
Little known fact.
my leg bends.
That's Star Trek 6, right?
So, yeah, you have to do a con save versus my wisdom, which is 13.
Do a con save.
Yep. So just toss your dice and then add that.
Okay.
Add.
14.
All right. Well, you still get maybe a punch, which is a 21 against your AC.
18.
Okay. So then I will do a punch right in your knee for 10 points of damage.
Holy crap.
Exactly. So she has immediately sprung into action.
And I go, holy crap. I don't say anything.
Okay.
Yeah. So you recognize instantly because she has moved across. She's quiet. You know, you've seen her go to work before, but there should be something happening as she's moving across this sweep of coins.
Probably my stealthy little monk feet.
So,
Don't think anything.
how does silence work? So, does it just everything that happens in there is silent?
I will read you the description.
Yeah.
Okay.
For the duration, 10 minutes. No sound can be created within or pass through a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere is immune to thunder damage, and creatures are deafened while entirely inside it. Casting a spell that includes a verbal component is impossible there.
All right. So, we couldn't exit the sphere if you're in the sphere and talk sense into you.
Nope, can't hear you.
She has created a very unique scenario.
Do I look different, by the way? Is there any visual cue that I've been?
No. In
overtaken?
fact,
Okay.
you've retreated into a classic calming technique.
Ooh, okay.
Like you are up against a betrayal of a caliber you haven't experienced for a long time. You've constructed your life in such a way as to minimize this sort of thing.
Right.
And so you, as a monk of the Order of Shadow, you have many tools at your disposal to regulate this type of anguish.
Okay.
So, what did I see? What did I see her do from my vantage point? Do I got full view? You being like
so.
that? Okay.
Yeah. If you, she's back on her bullshit.
Did you see me? I assume you may have seen me pick up the coin and then turn.
Yes. Well, and then I also issued this dark edict.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody
Yeah.
get out of
No,
here.
I got that. Okay. I just wanted to know what.
You want to know all the
Well, because
information.
we're 20 feet away. I want to know if we're conveniently behind a hill and we come out and we're like, hey, family.
Oh, I see.
No, I know. Yeah, you said some horrible things. Just so can I do a perception check to see if I know that it's in any way with
Fucked up?
the goal? But then that would be my whole thing. I want to attack, but I also don't want to attack my grandmother.
Attacked it. This is ATACC, I assume.
ITACC.
ATACC.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm waffling right now because it's okay. No. So you just said this horrible thing to me,
I called you a horny elf with daddy issues.
which is yeah.
Of course. Just
So
accurate, too.
yeah, the person that I've been putting all remaining, familial bonds into. Cool. Okay. So
That's awful.
okay, so I, after having this happen, don't say anything, which is true, and I'm just absorbing all this because, of course, this is how it would be, and all good sense has gone out the window, and I want to grab that, I'm holding that amulet that I got,
The Maleth amulet?
Maleth amulet from earlier in the crypt, and I am just thinking all these horrible dark thoughts, and when I do that, I want to wild shape into the giant elk form.
Is this our first elk nut?
This is the first time elk, and for those who don't know, the majestic giant elk is rare to the point that its appearance is often taken as a foreshadowing of an important event,
Whoa.
such as the birth of a king. Maybe not in this case. So here's the thing about...
You never know. We got 2 hours.
So, midwifery is also an elk's thing. No. So,
Just push.
turn into this elk and then set my sights right on Rosie, and it's blind with rage. and I want to use my charge to go. We are 20 feet. I can move 20 feet straight towards a target and then hit it with a ram attack.
Although I'm next to Dinar, so
Yeah,
I think I'm
she's
right
now
to-
next to Dinar, so she is close.
Okay.
Yeah, super close.
Well,
Can you still ram me?
Walnut is so mad it wouldn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can just hit. If I can hit you, I hit you.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you're not. I'll hit you with one side. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll just do it and we'll see
Get
what
those antlers up
you
in
let
my
me do.
biz.
So I'm gonna charge at you, and then we'll see if I can hit. I get +6.
Oof.
Ooh, 23.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Okay. So I'm gonna hit you with that.
Oh, jeez.
But the important thing is to know is that if I do that, if I hit you with a ram attack and charge on the same turn, you take an extra 2d6 damage. But it says it could just be 7, so we'll just make it 7. So 2d6. Sorry, guys, it's the first time.
No. Listen, it's the first time we were in Elk.
Yeah.
We all took
glad.
extra.
Yeah.
So
damage.
Learning on
6
me.
plus 4 is 10 plus 7, so 17 damage.
Okay.
And also, you must succeed on a DC 14 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Okay. Nope. Did not save.
So unfortunately, you're
So you just knocked her straight onto the ground.
Yeah.
Prone.
Which I honestly had coming.
Yeah.
that. I
think I deserved it.
Some sad things.
Yeah. So
here.
can we say that the horns of this elk
Yeah.
are strange? Like, so imagine the sigil of the EPA,
Oh, right.
where these horns are actually geometric. Instead of natural,
Are they
they're
like-
just
are
like
they
they're like
amethyst
meshed
and-
exactly. Like well, it looks like they're amethyst. They have some kind of a coating on them. But any place where they get scratched, you can see the gem.
Does the elk
Underneath.
have extra teeth like the wolf did?
Oh, you haven't seen. You open it up, it's like 8,000 teeth. It shoots teeth. No, it's nothing like that. I love the idea that the horns themselves mirror the order.
Hell yeah.
Now,
Hell yeah.
Dinar Blitzen, you have been kicked in the leg
I know.
by an old lady who is on the ground.
Dungeons and Dragons, bitch.
My knee.
A mean old lady.
Like a run up and a little shin kick. Like
This is getting good.
A mean old lady. You know there is a demographic for exactly this material.
Well, yeah.
There is. Let me tell you about it at Table Talk.
So I can't talk, so
It's a
I'm very
scaliest-
limited in a lot of the things I can do.
It's true.
But you're prone. I think
You get advantage when in prone, I believe.
Dinar would want to de-escalate the situation. I
Oh.
think I just want to fall on top of you and hold you down. Big dragonborn body, try to hold down a little wily grandma.
I'm down
just
with
like
it.
flatten you out.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's
no.
okay. Here.
Everybody cool out.
So here's what
That's what I'm saying, but you can't hear it.
Here. So what I'm looking for from you is a strength plus athletics check.
Strength and athletics?
Yes.
Okay. So that's good. All right. 23.
Okay. Now I want dexterity, acrobatics from you.
Oh wait.
Okay.
Does
Did
that
you
count?
add plus your dex and your acrobatics?
Yeah. Does that count? That wasn't a saving throw, right?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
That is a 24.
Oh.
All right. So you like as though from the top rope, you just become like a shadow that is going to fall on Rosie, and Rosie immediately rolls out of the way, and you're just face down in all this gold. I want you to make a saving throw.
All right.
Join me, my brother.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and you don't have any advantage.
All right. This is what I need from you, my friend.
All right.
I need a wisdom.
I got no wisdom.
You got some wisdom.
Nope.
All right. Let's roll it and see what you get.
Well, but I have money. That's why I was asking. I
Yes.
got the aura prediction, so
Yeah.
I do get +3. That's 6.
All right. You're face down, and is it all you can smell is these coins. And as you push yourself up and you look around, the sophistication of the treachery dawns on you. Like how complex this child, hundreds of years of experience, still somehow just collapsed under an adolescent crush. You know what I mean? Yeah, immediately, you know exactly why. It didn't make sense why she was trying to kick on your leg. Now you know. You know perfectly well. She is going to take what's yours. This is exactly the sort of thing. You bring this hall back to Jannar. You aren't Dinar the exile anymore. You aren't the Dinar that they thought. You come back and it's a new era.
It's a new era.
Alright, yeah.
Kthris Draub.
I say, I get it.
Yeah.
Silence.
So he's face down.
He is.
Okay.
Laughing into the gold.
Yeah, just rolling around it.
Yeah. It's getting in the cracks.
Like a pig in gold.
No, there's like one. It's like one really cold one, like in the gorget, like in the neck, and you're.
It's like the other side of the pillow.
It's like
for gold.
it's like
Blood for gold.
Yeah, it's like let Rosie try to steal that one. It's in there good.
Yeah.
I can get it.
So you're face down, and are you still prone, or you
Still prone.
I'm making gold angels.
But you've rolled out of the way.
I have.
Okay.
I did not get squished, but I'm still down.
And there's also a mystic elk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enjoy that.
So things have
saw that
changed
part.
fast.
Whoa. I lay down too. Shit.
But you felt, when you had come in contact with this gold,
Yeah.
you felt it exert itself on you, and you shook it off rather quickly. The thesis was absurd.
Oh yeah, just the concept of this betrayal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just at the outset.
Like, where did this emotion come from? It's not mine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how
Yeah,
it
all
feels.
of it.
It feels like
Yeah.
someone else's thought.
No stranger to that. I'm going to. Here's a problem. I really want you to get up, so I may have to hold as far as my attack.
Well, you're at the end of initiative here. I would suggest that you definitely do something.
Well, okay. There's not a lot of options. All right, so will I incur anything if I try to exit the silence? I would love to go over to closer to where you are
Oh,
and back away from the two of them.
get behind me.
Yeah, you could exert yourself farther away.
Okay.
And you could get away from this area here.
And it wouldn't take it probably. I don't know what the boundaries of the silence
Yeah.
area are.
You could get out of it. Its range is not greater than your ability to move.
Would you infer that I turned? I can't talk. I've done nothing to indicate.
He may not know.
No. Oh, that I see.
Yeah.
There's no evidence for that yet.
Yeah. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay. No. That's super useful. I'm gonna use that. All right. You're face up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I tell both of you, shut your eyes. I'm gonna use advantage.
Okay.
The one thing I have that doesn't require speech is a hypnotic pattern. And I think somebody remind me because I don't have that card yet. Does it hit like? Is it an attack? No, it's a wisdom saving.
Yeah, they
throw.
save against it.
If you see it, yeah, okay.
If you see it,
Say it.
say something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You see hypnotic patterns? Say something.
yeah, okay. So you are required to save.
To do a wisdom save?
And if you didn't trust me and shut your eyes, then
No,
you also have
definitely.
to save.
Yeah, but he's face down.
I'm face down.
Right?
You don't see it, yeah, because
Yeah.
you're still face down. But I did tell you to.
So it's a wisdom save? What's my DC? Spell DC?
It
15?
is 15.
Okay.
So you're good at
So
it.
my advantage doesn't do anything.
I'm gonna take advantage here. Ooh, that's a good thing.
Good ideas.
No, just very bad.
Okay, so you did your absolute best. So now that perverse drow trickster has placed one of his sigils. You've seen this before. This sigil that he wears around. He's just made this coruscating version of it here in the center. He's found some spell that doesn't require this region. So you see it. You see it above, and basically they're paralyzed, right?
Yeah, they are. What are they? I think it's charmed. Yeah. So they're incapacitated. Speed is 0. Yeah,
Charmed. I'm just back to normal.
Yeah.
Like, hey guys.
kind of. Yeah, how do you want to
Figure
role
this
play it?
So you can't attack. If you're charmed, you can't attack Cthulhu.
Great. Yeah.
But there's lots of other targets here.
Okay, so I'm reading about charm.
Can't attack the charmer or target the charmer. Okay.
And you have advantage on any ability check to interact socially with me.
Okay. All right.
Gross. Well, he can talk if we.
Exactly.
I can get in there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you shake your head. You see this symbol here. You think that he's trying to communicate with you in a way that the others can't see
Oh, interesting.
via the symbol.
Oh, and so I'm like, oh, he's cool.
Oh, you're
He
trying
gets
to
it.
put the these concepts.
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
I see.
Okay, so I'm on my back and I see this symbol, and I think at first I resist it because
Yeah.
I'm like, this tricksy drow.
Right.
But then it's like,
No, he's trying to use a way to communicate with you.
That the others
He
don't.
must be. Just to communicate something exclusively to you.
Got it.
You know that he means you no harm and that your friendship is real. He is a strange character.
yes.
Perhaps on account of his advanced age, his upbringing. You know, he has lived as an exile for long. But you know that you won't come to harm by him and that you couldn't bring yourself to harm him.
Got it.
now.
Rosie Beestinger,
Yeah. I'd like to get up.
why don't you?
I will. That's my move, right?
Yeah, it's your whole move.
You stand up yet?
Okay. Am I within range of anyone? Maybe Dinar?
Yeah, you're very close to Dinar.
Okay. I think I might.
Wait a minute, but if you got a movement of 0, so you're gonna have to throw something if you want to still do something.
Well, if I'm within striking range of Dinar when I stand up.
True.
Because I did just roll out from under him.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
Okay, he's
I
right
think
there.
we're within
Okay.
range. Yeah.
Nice try. I appreciate it.
It's also a quarterstaff. I mean, it's pretty good.
There
Oh
you go.
no, I don't mind it
Stop.
at the
Oh,
moment.
thanks.
Staff of the Master can get around. Okay, so I think that I will continue to beat up Dinar
Yeah.
until one of my stuns lands on him. So
All right, let's dish it up.
we'll do the whole suite. Why not? So that's.
Can you move your book,
Sorry. Okay.
Warlock?
That's a 17. Does that hit?
To
Your
my AC,
Yeah, your
18.
AC is 18, right? Okay. No hit. No hit. Yes hit. This is one of my melees, and then no hit. So only one of my punches lands. And I am gonna try to do another.
Yeah. So she brings the
Beating
staff
you
of the
right on the
master
armor.
like right down on the strongest part of the back plate,
Yeah.
and you feel it. You feel it sort of ring your armor, and then you feel several other blows, only one of which is able to knock the wind out of you.
Get it right in like that underbutt. Get crease.
Yeah, that's
And so
haunch.
you have to right in the haunch.
I got a haunch
you will.
punch. You just go down the back.
It's like a nice massage.
It's like, oh, that wasn't bad. What? No,
You would pay gold for this.
Yeah.
Do another con save, please.
You piece of shit.
All right. I get +2/+3 because I get my charisma modifier.
What?
19.
Yep. That'll
So you feel
save.
feel
But your damage
Yeah.
right in the haunch is going to be a 6.
Nice.
You got haunched.
You get a haunch.
Now, walnut doggrass, repping the natural world.
Yeah, this sucks.
Here in this strangely silent plain here,
Yeah.
you can see your friends have lost their minds. Or maybe you never really knew them.
I want to. I'm gonna. Okay, all right. Here's what I would like to do. I'm going to look at you and make a move like I'm gonna charge you and do this kind of thing.
Oh, nice. Against the gold?
Yeah, and then I'm gonna use my move action to use my whole move, which is a lot. And I want to back up. My speed is 60 feet, but I want to back up as much as possible. Am I outside of the range of?
With the silence?
Silence.
Absolutely.
And then I want to. Can I do like a taunt or something? Like I want to Yeah. I don't know.
Lure me out?
Yeah, can I roll for a taunt or something? Like provoke or
elk
whatever. I just do really, really taunting stuff, and we'll see.
Yeah,
but I
like
guess
blow
it's
your
not
nostrils at me and stuff.
controlled by a roll, so it doesn't matter.
Can we try it? Can we get like an intimidation versus my
Can I do,
wisdom
like,
or
an
something?
Is that how you want to do? Is that what you want?
I just want to see if I could go there.
Let's let's try. Let's try intimidation plus wisdom.
How big is this room? Just,
Yeah, I
so
have
I
no
know.
idea.
How it's-
Infinite.
Is it? There's a lot of gold around. Like, what's the size of
Can't
it?
find my
No, it's
sheet.
massive.
Okay.
Okay,
It's like a massive treasure
And
chamber.
there's only one door in.
No, there's 3 doors that you came in,
Yeah.
and there's 2 doors
We
on the
win.
opposite wall.
On the opposite where we
Roll
saw
off.
the.
Yeah.
What do we got?
I got 15.
Yeah, and then I got 15 plus 4, so 19.
Okay.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that you. Whatever. You can't even get as. I don't think you can get.
No, but
You're moving
I'd probably
this
turn
far.
my attention away from
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
Yeah.
Stop killing my.
Yeah.
I'm just so mad at you.
Dinar blitz in. So you
right.
so you need to start. I mean, you've already figured out how to spend half of this.
Get up.
Well, no, there's gold.
Oh yeah.
You already
My
know.
turn. You're still next to me.
I'm not looking at you anymore.
Where are we? How far into the room are we?
Deep.
All right.
Deep.
Which
deep.
door are we closest
Because you had
to?
crossed the two sort of jewel inlaid mechanical doors.
We
Yeah.
saw the ghost girls.
Indeed.
So we're closer to that than the way we came
Much
in.
closer.
All right.
Yes.
Then I get up, like getting out of a snowbank. Just like there's gold just falling off me, crazy wild-eyed, and it's like, this is all mine. This is mine. You all need to get out. So I'm gonna try to grab Rosie and throw her out of the room, like out of the door. Be like, get out of my room. This is my room now.
Oh, through that.
Whatever exit's
further
closer.
door.
So
Yeah, the
if
closer
those
door.
2 doors are closer, then I'm gonna try to just hurl her out. That's my attempt.
I love it.
Some WWE.
So,
Yeah, exactly. So we're talking,
strength.
Yeah, we're talking about strength. This is, I would say, strength athletics, dex acrobatics.
Okay.
Those are 2 good things. Ooh,
I'm gonna take advantage. And this is not a save, right? So strength and athletics again. All right, so that's a 20,
pretty good.
and that's a 23.
Okay.
What do you got, Rosie?
Probably not that. 19. No, sorry, 21.
And you had 23. Yeah, exactly. So you expertly dodge into this grip, this massive grip. So describe the situation.
So I'm prone, and she's hammering on my back. So then he kind of would get up on all fours, just scattering gold everywhere, and then just crazy wild eye, just whatever's closest, just because she's the closest. It's not because she's hitting him; it's because she's the closest.
Right.
Right.
And this is his room and his gold. So then he grabs it like a sack of potatoes and just wants to throw her out of the room. Like, and that if that's the closest door, it's just like that. Yeah. And if you could hear him, he'd be screaming that this is my room, everyone get out. But you can't.
Exactly.
So you still probably don't even know because this is just retaliation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're tossed bodily through the air. I mean, it's got to be 15, 20 feet. And then you sort of take 2 points.
Okay.
So you land, and it'd be more if a heap of your inviting gold had not broken the first part of it. And as you hit this, the pile of gold scatters, and you see two like misshapen. You can't tell if it's wood or like it's a polished wood or like volcanic glass.
Okay.
But it's broken in 2 pieces. It's sort of underneath. It gets spread out as your body impacts this sort of gold dune, and you can see that the 2 pieces would plainly fit together, and it has a hole at the top you assume to be worn
Okay.
at some point, but the symbol on it is one that you know very well because you have a symbol exactly like this. It is a black, glossy placard, and on the placard is a barbed S. But it has been snapped in 2 pieces, which you know is not. That's not advisable.
Okay. Am I?
It indicates an inability to hold up your end of the bargain.
I see. Do I take? Am I afraid of this? Do I feel compelled to put the pendant back together?
No. In fact, what I'd like to get is a wisdom save from you right now. I'm going to see if it snaps you out.
15.
Yeah. So you, as soon as you see this, your terror at seeing this barbed S in this surprising place cuts straight through everything that you were thinking before. Like, it was just madness.
Okay.
You lost your mind.
Got it.
You have a dim recollection of physically striking Dinar, of being trampled by Walnut.
Does she remember what she said?
Yeah, saying
No.
some very rude
No,
things to
nothing.
us.
No,
Too?
I won't do that to you. And so,
We will.
but you know that these two pieces, like, this is a debt marker of the Shadow Council. It is issued when you accept their bargain. And here, broken in this place, you wonder what could have led to that.
Okay.
This is actually the end of his turn, but I wanted to communicate what had happened as you connect with the ground. So you are now maybe 5 feet from this door that seems to move inside itself like a fine watch, springs and gears, and it's sort of like has a whisper quiet sort of sound. It's something you can mostly feel.
Eco drive.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it's
That's nice.
It's
Tag
the
character.
it's the new Prius. That's it. Chris Straub.
Okay, so I've just witnessed you throw her. I also can't, like, from within the
I mean, it's
silence.
just like a doll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm upset, partly at the force of it. I'm also upset because that uncharms her to absorb an attack. I was hoping to let it last a little longer. And I will say that to you, like, we had her charmed. Now she's broken out of it.
So like, I'm gonna be like yelling and pointing accusatorially, like, but in silence, so you can't hear what I'm saying. I'm just like, I throw and I'm just like,
And I'm like, you pick up, use this part.
and I'm just like, you two, Drow, everyone out, get out of here. This is mine now.
It's communicable. That's how it spreads. So I'm now, I'm not outside of the range. You've backed off of me. But I am now aware of this silence zone. Mm-hmm. So what I would love to do is, God, this is tricky because
You're next closest
I
to,
don't
so
know
you
that
don't
she's
know.
snapped out of it. I think she's still the enemy. I think you're still on my side.
It's pretty exciting.
He's just making silly jokes, that crazy Dinar.
Yeah. What is he doing? Like, get out of there. Let's go.
Like frothing.
But it's like green.
Well, it's like, yeah, I don't know how conniving would you be under this spell? Like, is it like, would I try to trick everyone and make you think I'm
You
not
are
crazy?
you.
Would you be?
No, you are you.
Yeah.
You are Dinar
Utterly without
with
conniving.
new information.
Yes.
That
All
we're
right.
betrayers.
Okay.
You're not someone
right.
else.
Yeah.
So I would say, like, get out of there. Go grapple her. Go bind her up before she comes to, because she's still on the ground. We can snap her out of it. This is what I'm trying to convey at you. You're on the call too.
You get her and get out with her. Get out of here.
Oh. And can you hear him now? Because it's
I can hear
Yeah.
through that. Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And we both of us heard that.
Yep.
Okay, so off of that, I don't understand the get out of here part.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make a perimeter around the
Where you perceive to be.
right, and I'm gonna try and get in range of you
Sure.
so that I can
To annihilate.
Yeah, so I can. What do I got that could bind?
Prepare to be.
What do you got?
That could bind.
What do you got that can annihilate a grandmother?
Well, I got some thorn whip.
That's a classic. No one's ever connected with it, but
Tentacle whip.
Whip?
All right.
And I have my tentacle lash.
We've had some levels since then.
Now that pulls toward. I don't know if that's a thing I really want to do. I'm going to do it anyway because it's the first thing that comes to mind. So
You gotta whip it
just
up.
I'm like, you stay there. We're gonna figure this out. I don't mean you any harm, Thorn Whip. Oh, and it's okay.
Stop resisting.
It's melee. All right. Oh, gee. All right, I did not take advantage. So my Thorn Whip was a 7 plus. Oh, it's 14. What is that connected at all?
With my AC? No, sir.
No.
Okay.
So
Oh, it's really hard. Hang on, wait, just real quick. It's really hard to connect with Thorn Whip. Happens to a lot of people. We're not going to make fun of people. 30 episodes
no, exactly.
later, it
It's
just
like
happens.
it's like, you know, a lot of guys.
This was tentacle-ish, and that has its own.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
very
it's entirely
It
different.
was meant to fail.
Yeah.
Now,
true.
so you hear Cthulhu saying something and then doing the opposite almost immediately, and then just from inside the darkness of his cloak, this lashing whip comes out of what appears to be his solar plexus, and then just begins to lash frantically at the gold around you.
Can I react to that?
Yeah, absolutely. And then it retracts like the power cable in a vacuum.
Ow.
Okay, so I realize that you are still attacking me, but I've broken out of this madness. I recognize that I was in a kind of madness before, but I don't remember what I said.
This is so healing. Like, I feel like we should have done this conflict a long time ago.
How does this inform?
No, Jerry, I'm glad you're having fun.
How does this inform you? Like, so that lash has hit those coins,
Yeah.
sending them in a spray.
Yeah.
It's gone back, and I'm coming towards you like.
Yeah, so
That's not what I wanted, but okay.
I think I would have maybe interpreted that lash as like a warning. So, because I'm giving you a lot of credit now that I know you're not full of it. So I was like, whoa. I'm sorry. No, I don't know what happened, but I'm back. I'm normal. Please don't just hold on, Drow. Let's talk about this.
That's verbal. Like, I
Yes.
can hear that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm out of the bubble. I've been knocked out of it.
Okay. Yeah. That's.
I'm still in the
Yeah,
bubble.
yeah.
You're still.
Still
well
shouting.
I don't hear that.
Nothing.
No,
you don't
of
hear
course
it.
not. No.
Yeah, so I'm
You
like,
just see this sort of conflict is going.
I'm
Yeah.
scrambling like back up against this door. I'm like pushing myself because I think I'm reeling from the Shadow Council amulet that I saw, and still quite frightened by it. And so I'm pushing back away from you in a way that is very unbecoming and cowardly looking. And I'm begging you to stop the attack.
When you push your back up to the door, the whirring intensifies, and you hear 2 pronounced clicks.
Whirring intensified in real life when you said that.
Well, I was just going to say,
Yeah.
whirring intensifies.
It's amazing.
Okay, 2 clicks.
Absolutely. So that's Cthulhu Straub's turn. Rosie Beestinger.
Okay, so I hear these clicks on the door, and for a moment I turn my attention away from Cthulhu. And I look, is there any difference that I see in the door? Now that I
Yeah,
heard
there are
that?
different. So you saw it has inlaid gems,
Yeah.
but different parts of the interior structure of the door are exposed at different times.
Okay.
And you think that some of these gems are different?
Than they were a minute
Right,
ago.
right. It's like watching a puzzle build itself.
Oh, okay. And that's just from me touching it?
That's from you pushing back up against it. Yes.
I see, okay. So then I want to like lean away from it and see what happens.
Okay. So you take a couple steps back, and you look down, and you can see a girl.
Oh,
And then you can sense that someone else is behind you, and there is a young boy that looks exactly like the boy you saw at the 3 doors. And she says, "Omen, Auspicia's gone. She went through the door. I think you should go in and try to get her." And he says, "I can't do that. We're all going to get lost in here. You need to come with me. We need to go home and get Mom." And she's like, "I'm really scared. I'm really scared about what will happen to her in there, but I don't think I'm brave enough to go in." And then you see that sort of fade away.
oh no. I assume they couldn't see us this time.
No, they were not. She was not reacting to a grandmother at all.
Okay.
You were sort of in the middle of this conversation.
Okay.
So you're seeing things that aren't chronological
Right.
in the classic sense.
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna try to attack anyone, obviously, because I'm.
So now you're watching these new gems expose themselves inside this. Is that your turn? You just want to observe it?
Yeah, and I have hopefully like put my hands up away from like in a
Away from
total
it?
submission, away from the door, away from Cathris, away from anything. I'm looking at Walnut. Don't remember her turning into an elk, but it's very dope. So I'm impressed. But
You
I just,
support
like,
it.
Do you leave
Yeah.
silence up? Do you just like?
Do I remember that I cast it?
Yeah. Because you have to concentrate to keep it.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's gone.
Okay.
It's done.
And we immediately hear.
I just start screaming. Everyone, just get out!
Walnut,
You guys
non-grass.
go and get out!
It's your turn. Is it elk nut? Is that what we determined?
Sure.
Yeah.
Horn nut. I hate it.
Horn nut.
Don't do it.
No.
I actually
every
hate that. So I hear you saying, everyone get out.
Right.
To that, yes, to that effect.
I want to know.
Horn nut.
It's not.
I want to know exactly what you say.
Well,
We need to have something where we tell people to silence their phones.
It is silence,
But
I
like not
forgot.
for the audience, like for the participants. This would be like if
Special
someone
one for-
in a movie,
Drevis, right?
like if their real phone went off.
You'll have to take in.
Only Pat, and he comes through, and I have it on Do Not
It's the sound of
Disturb.
him. It's the sound of him tugging.
Yeah, he's just saying DuckTales theme song lyrics at me to drive me crazy.
So what do I hear you say exactly?
He's telling everybody to get out.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I would love a subclause.
Well, it's like it's not aggressive. It's not this madness. It's like, all right, it's it goes into almost a paranoia. Like, all right, I
Yeah,
see,
I think
I
that's
see
right.
you're all trying to play me, so I'm just trying to play you, sort of thing. So it's not aggressive.
But
it's
like the
just
same offer. Like,
it's just like
you got all you got to leave.
Yeah, just, yeah.
So I'm gonna stay where I am, and I'm gonna hold action to see if he makes any
A more dangerous moves.
anything happens. But the minute anyone in the room does anything aggressive, that's gonna proc my stuff.
All right. Dinar Blitzen, I would like to have a wisdom save from you, my friend.
Eight plus.
There's a moment
11.
where you think you might have been wrong. Like you start to doubt yourself for a split second, and then you're like, no, I've never been wrong.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dinar Blitzen, it's your turn.
All right.
So they're not moving it.
So I slightly, yeah. They're by the door.
Yeah, the
yeah.
closer.
Maybe it's
right?
working.
Yeah. So it's like, all right.
I'm deep in the room now.
Yeah, you're deep
Yeah.
in the room as an elk. So I'm just like through like a kind of a sarcastic seething, like, wanna go over by the door, leave with them. I'm not feeling great. I'm gonna heal up for a second here, and I'm just gonna I'll pull out the sword, but I'm just gonna take a knee right where I am. Take a knee. Look like I'm doing laying on hands.
Okay.
Actually casting Find Steed.
Oh,
And I'm just like, I need a breather. You go over there.
That's awesome.
so good. Don't move.
And that's my turn. It takes a minute to cast this. I'm assuming I can't just be like,
Horse.
So you're just waiting. You're on your knee.
yeah.
Pray.
Like, I don't know how long
Here, let me see.
combat takes.
It's
so
a bit.
and this is like a 10-minute casting time.
Is it 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Okay.
But look, I'm just trying to, but I'm not being aggressive with
This is
it.
like forever. So
look,
he,
you're all
kneels,
manipulating me, I'm
he's
manipulating you.
Yeah, exactly. He kneels here, and you see this gold. So as he puts his knee down, a few gold coins spread out from the impact of his knee, and you can see him sort of cataloging each one. Like he's just sort of counted the individual ones. Like you can see, it's like his mouth is moving. Like he can't count in his head anymore. And he immediately starts to pray.
And this concentrated praying does not look like lay on hands.
Well, Leon, you've seen Lay on Hands, and that's
Sure have. I don't love it.
you've seen it.
There's no bushes. So
Yeah, exactly.
even laying on hands, who knows?
Yeah, it's like a bush is required.
I want to, while he's praying, I want to take my turn to walk up to him and just try and scoop him off with like an antler. Just be like, you go towards the door, just like we're all going towards the door.
You want to try to bring him along with the party?
Yeah, I want to just try and like.
Well, it's Chris's turn.
No, I held my action,
Oh.
and you're doing a thing he's describing to me as
Oh.
weird.
Fine.
It's still not going to do anything.
Clark more.
Yeah. Of course you
You gotta
do.
do it for 10
not getting-
minutes.
I
not
know.
getting
Well,
You get a
That's
beer
not
for a
10
while.
rounds.
So you get. So you gotta book it to get over there, but you can get there.
I'm happy to do it.
Exactly. And then when you get up, so this is not an attack.
No, I have a speed of 60, so it's a
Oh yeah,
lot.
you can easily
Okay.
get back, but in this
No,
space of
I
time,
don't wanna use an
you gotta
attack.
cross 60.
No, I want to
Yeah,
nudge him towards the door.
You're getting down, and then she is trying to push you and sort of scooch you. It's not an attack.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Well, my summoning circle.
yeah, exactly. She's trying to push you off. I need a Constitution save from you.
Against elk whispers.
I get +5 because I get my charisma bonus.
Do your thing.
Hey, it's a 1.
She fucks your spell up, and you have to start over from the beginning.
Oh, God damn it.
So you're pissed.
Yeah.
Like this is nuts. Just wrist job.
So I'm still marching at you. I don't fully understand what this is, just because I don't think anybody's ever been submissive to me as though I could do them harm. So I've seen this in others. Never put. I look behind.
I've read about this
Perhaps
in
another
books.
threat. Yeah.
Yeah, a second threat.
I say, Rosie, we'll figure it out. It's this room. It's these coins. They're changing us. They're putting ideas in our heads.
I know.
As you say that, have you ever been like a wave pool?
Totally.
Right?
Oh yeah.
A wave of this gold, like it's almost as though the room is tilted. This gold starts to go and sort of wash over the middle of the room and pile up in the opposite side.
But the room is not tilted. This is just.
It's very minor.
I see.
Like, but this gold is sort of moving around. The room sort of rumbles with the action of it.
Ugh. The gold is sending us thoughts, and now it thinks it can move around like it's a big boy. I don't care for that.
Thinks it's people.
I'm
Exactly.
trying to assess whether or not you're still.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, I think I look very shaken and completely different. Yeah.
I could do something.
I'm not insulting you. Which
You
is
both
a
have
telltale
long
sign.
staves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Point
know
our
what I mean?
sticks
Like,
at each
I was
other.
gonna say that's a point of commonality. That's something
Sure,
you
we
guys
can
could talk
that
about.
later.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Those sticks.
No, I look at you and there's a kind of like the fear of like a cornered animal in my eyes, and
That's got to be new.
That's new.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not this coin spell. This is something else. And I look at you and I say, we need to get out of this room and we need to get them and make them come with us.
Exactly.
That's what
So as I
wanna
say,
hear.
so you can see
get out
that
of this
Rosie is here. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I said. Rosie is here, and you have. This is the first chance you've had to really get a look at this door, which you think you're trying to imagine a scenario. Maybe doors, and obviously this is something that would be of interest to Dinar Blitzen. It could be that doors have their own parallel systems of love, right? So imagine, if you will, a sort of dark courtship between doors. You feel as though this door is related in some way to the Black Gates.
Oh.
Whoa.
Just something about how it moves. And
Yes, it's like an upmarket. It appears to have multiple mechanisms inside it.
like configurable, custom.
Aftermarket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Upgrade.
It's got a lot of ohms in this one,
Can't wait.
in this rig. Rosie Beestinger.
Okay. So, are you still yelling stuff at us?
No, this is more of a shining type of thing.
Is it
Where
like
it's
the door?
There's like an anger and a bloodlust, but it's kind of hiding.
Okay.
Kind of, it's not like a frothing madness. So
Okay.
it's just like,
Okay, so
Yeah.
I go in, I check on you guys. It looks like you are
Not looking
scooting
at
him because not making eye contact with me. But that's okay because you're an elk and your eyes are in different places.
Yeah, it's kind of like
It's on the side.
on the side, which is it's new.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna read too much into it. It's fine. So I glance back and I see that you guys are making your way over here. And I can't tell that you have the same.
Well,
sickness.
no. So I was on the ground doing my summoning spell, and she knocked me over. So I'm still down there, just like
Yeah.
it's been messed up.
Okay.
He's gonna start over.
glaring,
Okay.
just glaring at each other.
So
well,
yeah,
yeah, I
all
didn't
we see
stand
is
up.
you on the ground and you nudging him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's not clear what your state is.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Hurt maybe. I mean, Rosie did a
Yeah.
pretty like
punch right in his butt.
a lot of butts.
Yeah.
And
my knee on my butt.
But I believe that Walnut is capable of getting Dinar to the door, which I believe is what she's trying to do. So I'm like, okay,
They
let's
got
try to
that.
get this door open, you and me.
Okay.
And so I don't know that I have any kind of. Can I do a perception check on the door?
But, yeah, you might have to interact with it a little bit.
Okay, so
You might have to play around with it.
so I will put 2 hands on the door to see if I can get the trigger to do stuff again, and just go right up to it.
So you've sustained a pretty firm hit from the combat
It's true.
earlier.
I'm at 50% health.
Exactly. And there is a trickle of blood from your nose. And as you're sniffing it back up, and as you reach out like this, it travels down over your mouth and then underneath your robe and out along your hand and then out across the fingers
Whoa.
into the door, and your hand moves a tiny way through it.
Okay. I draw my hand back, and I, without looking at Cthulhu, I say,
Your nose is running freely now.
"Oh, good."
Oh, jeez.
And I pull back, and I'm like, "You saw that, right?"
She says that, and blood is misting out from her speech. Like, you have to catch this.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I've seen it.
I'm gonna try to back away from the door. So
And it's hitting the floor, and it wants to go in too.
All this blood.
And so so you can see that there's different rings, there's different springs and mechanisms in here, and one of them wants that. And you can see that it has sort of started to fill. New gems are appearing inside the sort of grinding wheel inside this, until there's only maybe one left to be revealed. Dinar, what's in?
All right. So trying to summon the steed. This is like early shining when he starts to go crazy, not when he's like fully crazy.
With the axe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to get an ally because I can't trust any of you. But now I got knocked over. My summoning circle got messed up. So then I look at the elk and I just go, Walnut, leave. And I command, leave.
you use command.
Yeah.
Can I do anything to that?
You can save.
Succeed at
What's the save?
Wisdom saving.
But because I'm close to you, don't I get a bonus?
Yeah, for my allies, you're not my ally.
Okay, what is it? Wisdom?
Yeah.
Joke's on you.
What's your
I'm
DC?
gonna use advantage.
Advantage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
there.
Wise.
Yeah.
Well, roll,
Yeah, roll
again.
again.
Roll
Maybe
again.
get a
Just in
20.
case the Shadow Council gets something good.
Yeah.
But
It's halfway there.
It was a 22.
Yeah.
So he's trying to boss you around.
Yeah.
And it's always strange to have that sort of patrician air, that aura of command come out of Dinar,
Oh no.
but it is in there.
It's
It is in there.
very.
It's like the verbal version of wearing your dad's coat. Like it doesn't sit right. You know what I mean? It's too big.
Sucks. So.
So you tried to command. Are you moving?
Well, I only get. No, I think I'd stay on the knees.
Yeah, you're just trying to command.
His plan here was
Is to-
command, leave, go back to summon steed.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you need. You need.
It was just like, what? Get out. Flash.
Clarkmore is the only friend.
Yeah.
Dude, In my mind, there's a scene where you stop trusting Clark more, and it is very sad.
No, in my mind, it's like Clarkmore gets all paranoid too. I want to have an elk versus elk fight.
This is what I'm talking about. All right, now Walnut Doggrass.
So
Your friend is being Dinar again.
Yeah. Is this that far out of character for him, really? Actually.
Yeah, it's a little. It's just like, what's
Oh,
cranking
here,
it
I
in?
need a wisdom save from you on your
I
turn.
don't think you've ever tried to command any of us before. I tried it once early in the season.
When first time he was at the gate.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he ulted in retaliation.
Right. So it is an unusual thing.
15,
for Dinar.
18.
All right, so as you command her to leave, you're like, why would I command her to leave? Like, I don't know what's happening in here. I need her to turn into a tree or a bear or a wolf. I don't want her to go. And you start to question the last few seconds. It's sort of like one little stitch, one little thread starts to poke out, and you're like, yeah, but what? But did you really? And you can't. It's like when you're trying to remember a dream. They're like not in the morning, but like around noon the next day. You can't come up with anything. You don't know why you felt those ways.
So I'm out of it?
You are.
Okay.
Walnut Dankgrass.
At this point, don't ever pronounce the K.
No, even my son knows the K is silent.
Smart son. So, at feeling that I've been commanded, commanded by
so good.
Dinar, and had those horrible things said to me by Rosie, this situation is like so beneath the like elk form.
Oh yeah, the proud elk form.
Like this is so not what this form was intended for. And so I come out of it, bonus action, whatever, and I look at Dinar and I grab him and then I use produce flame and I just start wailing on his face. And I'm going like, and it's like, she's not even saying anything. She's just like seething and making like that noise. And it's like in her head, she's just thinking like, how dare you? How dare you command me? How could you do that? I hate Rosie also and some other stuff. Things that are not safe to say on the air. No, I'm joking.
It's too hot for TV.
But if it's just a ranged spell attack, but it's on my hand. But it would have been a 1d8, but it's just for flavor, so I can roll damage, but fine.
So you're just moving your head back and forth, and she's just like pauldrons. You're just it's like the opposite of like everywhere you want to be. It's like you don't want any part of it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important that these are so emotional that they are not connecting in a meaningful way, but it's just like the flames like licking up the arm.
Tears of rage.
Oh,
Yeah.
Tears of Rage, like, yeah, well beyond that.
And it's just casting light around the gold and the jewels in here.
How much do I remember from being crazy? Do I now think she's... I remember thinking Rosie,
no.
and now I'm like, all right, sword comes out.
Well, no, I mean,
you too?
A2.
Yeah, exactly. I think that you know more than anyone the effect you have on people.
No, do I infer that the gold messed me up?
Get off the coins. It's
Yeah,
the
do I
Get
think she
off
touched the
coin.
gold too? I'm like, oh, I'm out of it, and now she's in it.
Who knows?
Well, we'll find out on my turn.
Yeah. Cthulhu's job.
Get off the coins. Are you guys done? The coins are doing it.
You and Rosie over here by the door. Come on.
Rosie's
Yeah.
bleeding out.
Thanks for the help.
You're welcome. But grandmother is not doing hot.
Yeah, I'm spewing blood, or else I would be contributing to this conversation. But hopefully, I'll like turn to you guys.
Here. So
This
you
is blood coming out.
you
of
take
my
2 points of
orifices.
damage.
Oh boy,
So it is real. Okay.
No.
It's not just a show.
No.
it's not just a show on Twitch. It's real.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've yelled that at you, but I'm going to turn my attention back to you.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you see it, and you see the final gem. Almost, it looks like manufactured in the mechanism, and then you hear it stop and see it physically stop in there. The other two wheels still want whatever they want, but the door opens. And it opens about halfway. And then beyond this door, you can see a shimmering curtain. And you can hear what sounds like footfalls. It sounds like bare footfalls.
Not like a bear.
No, not a claw. Not an ursine footfall.
Oh.
You tried.
I was excited.
No, and just that slap of a bare foot, and it's sort of like it's sort of staccato. It's not even.
Pottery.
Trying to imagine it.
Yeah.
Like
a limp?
Like a shuffle. Yeah.
Soft shoe.
Staccato, tenor, staccato.
I can't see anything through. Shit. Okay.
It almost imagine like behind this sort of silver curtain, it looks like moon jellies or something. Have you ever seen a moon jelly?
Yeah.
Yeah. It just there is just sort of a continuum of moving, swirling shapes.
And this is viewed, it's not that that's like a shape beneath a curtain because it's pressing against the curtain. Is there like a sense of light and dark through the curtain? Like through the weave of the curtain?
No, you're not sure this is any kind of fabric at all. And then one of the shapes behind the curtain begins to push closer to the curtain, and then a figure emerges, pushing through that sort of silken gauze, and then continues to shuffle forward. But right now, just complete silver light, almost like a state change. Imagine that. There's been a transference from one stage of matter to another, and then the closer she gets. Remember when Walnut retained a glow long after being exposed to divinity.
Right.
And this is similar to that, but it's boiling away closer. And then this shape is shuffling, stumbling, and then falling to all fours, trying to get itself to the door.
I raised Legati and press that head as close to that figure as I can to get a better look.
Yeah, so you see just a waterfall of tangled blonde hair, and then like an almost a shredded too small shift of fabric that might have been the right size at one point, but is no longer sufficient for an adult. It looks like an adult wearing a child's shift.
I turn to Rosie. I say, "Are you all right?
Am I?
What kind of shape you're in?"
Are you?
Am I still bleeding?
You're not bleeding.
Okay.
As soon as it filled up, I mean, you are a mess.
Right.
But it doesn't
It's-
want anything else.
It's not coming out of me like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say, if you're good to go, we need to get her out of here.
Her?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, of course. So she's crawling toward us.
She is here, sort of in the edge, trying to get out of the door.
Okay. And you
And
want...
she now is like she's fallen down, but she's trying to get up. She's trying to pull herself up on anything that she can, but the door itself just swings farther open
Okay.
when she tries to get up, and then she falls out again on her side.
I'd like to go to her and help her up.
Her eyes are wild.
Okay.
Like they're moving around. Just they don't seem to focus on anything particularly. Like her eyes don't seem to be aware of any individual person.
Okay. Is it still your turn? Are we still in turn order?
Initiative is gone. We're just
Okay.
playing regular old D&D.
I'm going to start instantly trying to soothe this person. Be like, darling, shh, it's okay. It's okay. You're safe. You're with us. It's all right.
Yeah, as soon as the physical contact happens, she shrieks and starts to hyperventilate.
Oh boy. Do any of us have anything calming that we can cast on her?
I have healing.
Charm.
Echinacea.
Soothing.
I got
balms.
lay on hands and cure wounds.
Yeah, I can charm her.
Yeah,
I guess we should RP our way over there too.
Her wounds are not physical.
I'm still beating
Yeah.
the crap out of you.
Yeah, so Walnut's just punching me in the face,
Yeah, let's
and
resolve
my
that.
head's turning left and right, and then I look over as my head's being turned, and I see you a bloody mess, and
Yeah.
a new player has entered the game, and I'm just like,
new challenge.
okay, I'm good, I'm good.
I stop. I hold it back one, and she pops you one more time.
And I'm like looking over, like
And that was just for
over there,
everything.
and I'm just
And that was just for everything in the past. Yeah. She gets up and she offers you a hand, but she's gonna help pull you to your feet. It's like a peace offering.
I start to pull my hand like I'm gonna do it.
And she just stomps off.
Yeah, but it's like.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you are now privy to this same sight as well, Walnut.
Okay.
And I see you approach Walnut, and I say, "Oh, thank you. Can you help? I can't get her to recognize me or to even recognize where she is. Is there anything do you have anything?"
And you hear Walnut mumble under breath. She goes, "Yeah, I got a beast singer." And she kneels down.
The coins made us crazy, and you already know that.
Hurt.
Oof.
You spent all week thinking that. You think she'd just be like, "Oh, it's okay. My mother figure just said that to me in this place."
There's a little truth to all of the.
Yeah, exactly. You know,
despite
she
the
heard what
coin
was in her
madness.
heart.
Yeah.
Thank you. No, she heard what was in her heart. Okay, hang on, wait 1 second. Okay, sure. I mean, I'll at least. No, I don't want to. I shouldn't use anything on her.
Oh, because of the
Yeah,
bad
because
news.
then, and also
You
then she
don't-
knows that I tried to charm
I'm
her.
gonna use something on her. I want
ahead.
to reach out with my mind in as subtle a way as I can. I don't want to jump in there and be like, "Hey," but
Give it to me.
to
Tell me how it goes.
if there's any volume control when I use awakened mind on a person,
Yeah.
I want.
It's going to be more. It's going to be about modulation, not volume necessarily, but about presentation.
right.
ASMR.
It's true. That's a valuable tool in that toolbox.
I start to crinkle some foil.
I say friend. I say friend. This is the if you could understand one concept, is that we are not here to harm you. And I want two things from you. I want her to understand friend, and I want your name. I'm squatting down beside you now.
So she has stopped writhing in your arms. She is allowing the pet to occur without strain. And then she is looking around and trying to find you, like trying to find the person who is speaking to her.
Oh,
She's reaching her hand out.
I take her hand.
Right. She takes your hand and then reaches her other hand out to hold it, and then she moves up the arm, up to the face, and just to feel it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then she's just
All right, that's fine.
Just this. I'm okay with this.
You're like, I get
I'm
it.
okay
I'm
with
blind
this.
too.
Yeah.
Do you say that
Yeah.
in her head?
Say, I can't see either.
yeah. She is mumbling something. She's mouthing something, but it's too quiet to hear.
Oh, not even up here. I can't get a grasp.
No,
on
she doesn't know. She's not able to respond that way.
I see.
But she's trying to respond. It's like when Elliot was young, you would talk to him in English, and then he would respond in sign.
Yeah.
It's like the information's coming in one way, and this is the tool that she has to respond to it.
Like it didn't occur to think it back. Like this is the way I
Right.
communicate. Yeah.
Walnut walks over first, and then I dust my covered face
You
off.
shake a few coins.
And I go
loose.
over there. Yeah. I am like, even though it didn't do a lot of damage, the blood probably would bother me, and also like.
Dinar doesn't like the sight of blood.
Well, no, and it's also just like, I'm not mad at you. I did it too. I'm a little embarrassed about
Yeah.
what happened, right?
Yeah, it's like-
so
Right.
I'm just gonna be like, hand on the shoulder, just be like, let me take care of this. Me myself too, and just do a little lay on hands.
Oh, thank you.
Top us off. So I gotta give myself 16 just to
Okay.
get back to normal. So
Yeah,
I can
it's
give you
like-
as much as
you-
14.
You have to heal twice as much just to get the same high.
Yeah, I know.
14
It's
would be good.
I got to free base the health
anything.
points.
Yeah,
would be
14
good.
takes me back up to 32.
Okay. All right.
Exactly. So as you come over and invoke Vars Malus to heal your friends, there is a sound that starts coming from the silver curtain, and the shade moves from silver to gold, and then as it's sort of a chorus starts to rise in volume of many voices, and then the door revolves backwards and then closes itself.
With us on the outside.
With you on the outside.
What?
Acquire. Acquisition. Acquisition Incorporated.
Thank God.
Are we? Yeah.
So as you're up against this door, that mass of coins washes itself back over to the other side.
Let's go.
We gotta
I
get out
don't
of
want to
here.
know what this is about.
Okay.
Yeah. This might be a good time
Yeah.
Yeah.
after it's happened. This is like the jump, right?
Can we help this woman to her feet?
Yeah. She'll need substantial
I was gonna say, should I carry
help.
her?
She's like you might want to.
Yeah.
She's like a
Carrier.
like a newborn puppy. Like
Right.
they just don't have it.
Wiggly.
Rosie takes off her shawl and she drapes it over this woman because her clothes are shredded and she's probably freezing.
Oh yeah, ice cold. It's not warm in here.
Right.
And I'll,
So you pick her up.
yeah.
So so tell me more. What happens next?
We're to start making our way
Yeah.
back out.
Yeah.
I don't know what this. Like my hope was to go inside this thing's brain and rip it apart. I still feel like this organ is stomach related, so
Yeah.
I don't want to spend any more time.
In this
It's a
part of the
bad
body.
idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. So you pull yourself back across to the other side, and you see the three doors that you saw before. And then you can see that on this side there is you can't see a means to open them.
Oh.
The other side had a clear latch.
That's right. 'Cause Owen was trapped in here.
Oh. Okay. So I want to go up to it, and I'm touching the door. I'm
Yeah,
not
and
seeing
these are deeply unlike the other doors. Like there's nothing tricky about them.
Yeah. So
They simply have no handle
Yeah.
or mechanism of any kind.
I'm real tired of this crypt and everything that's happening in it. And now we have a person that we're responsible for. And she doesn't look like she's in good shape. So I'm gonna start banging on the door. I'm like, works for the kid. And just bang super, super hard.
So how many times do you bang?
5 times.
You bang 4 times, and then as you raise your hand up for the last bang, you hear a clang, and you see the door open, and you are certain it is the boy that you saw before, but as a young man.
Oh. How young?
Maybe 17, 18.
Oh. And is it like when we see them? What do they look like? Can we see through them?
Ethereal
Are they
or- yeah.
ethereal?
Yeah, they look ethereal. And then what you could derive from before is that you look ethereal to them.
So
That was they can see us.
when I
Absolutely.
when I see him, I'm like completely taken aback. But I just go, "Do you remember us?"
He says, that's why I'm here.
Walnut goes, "Good, we'll remember you."
He looks down and he says, you did it.
It took a long time.
And he kneels down and looks at the
Oh, yeah.
woman. And then he reaches out and tries to touch her, but he can't connect with it. He says, this is the only thing that has made this worthwhile, is that eventually this stops. Eventually this terrible story stops. But in order for you to do what you've done, I have to do what I have to do. And so he allows you to enter into the chamber of the Nemazir. And he passes by you, and then he pulls the door shut behind himself.
What?
Yeah.
So that is the end of the first half of the finale. I know, it's crazy. We are going to sample the delights of our mercantile culture with the following commercials. We might also go to the bathroom. And then we'll return with the last half of the season 1 finale of Acquisitions Incorporated, the C Team. Don't go nowhere. Hello. When last we saw our heroes, they had just emerged from the stomach of the Wandering Crypt, where it had done absolutely everything it could to digest them and turn them against one another. They were not successful. They were able to escape from that place with the help of a young man that they had seen before in an even younger state. He appeared to know the woman that they had brought with them from beyond the Silver Curtain, beyond 3 doors, beyond 2 doors, and then the Silver Curtain. If you are a total C-Team nerd, you know what I'm talking about. You stand in the chamber of that the Nemazir has ground through the abdomen of the Wandering Crypt. Oh, move it over.
Just
where?
pop it up.
Over where? You mean like
To the
Attach it
side.
to your glasses.
Touch it to your glands.
Yeah. Put it in your mouth.
Tell me if that's better. Is that better? When you say glands like DS or like
No.
glands like the
NS.
just like right in the urethra?
That rim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gonna
Snip
go
it to
again.
the vast deference.
You gotta put it all the way on the side.
All right.
It's just flipping over. I'm sorry, my friend, because it's on this cool new sweater.
That's
Oh,
right.
that's probably why.
Yeah.
It's because my board games sweatshirt is so fine and so fresh.
I can't see it over the thing.
Let's get on table talk.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah.
Available at PAX Unplugged. So, that is it. You now bathe in this glow, and indeed, this healing glow.
Okay.
As allies of the Enclave, this healing glow is nourishing your bodies and spirits.
Oh,
Cool.
it's like a rest.
Ah!
I don't mean to do
I
this.
didn't mean to scream. I'm sorry. I have a thing where people touch me and I don't know about it and I get scared.
I'm so sorry.
I think a lot of people have that.
I don't have
Different
that.
feeling.
Yeah.
It's fine. Anyway, so
Yes.
yeah, it is, and you know
feel good.
why. It is preparing you for war.
Oh.
Every part of this instrument is purposefully designed to strike terror into the foes of the Enclave and to nourish its soldiers.
Just open a compartment and it's just full of guns. It's just like,
It's very Matrix.
yeah.
So we're now into the chamber with the Nemazir, and I see this big root structure.
The Nemazir root, yes.
Nemazir root.
And you know that it is a conduit.
Right. Yes. Exactly.
This is basically how you would deliver troops.
Okay. So I'm gonna walk up to it, and I'm gonna usher Dinar with the girl over, right? And I'm gonna touch this Nemazir and be like, okay, well, we can use this to get back to the surface. This is what it's for. And I go,
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
first.
And she is being healed as well
oh wow,
by this aura. She is being like her pallor is being nourished even now, and her speech is increasing in volume, still weak, but you can very clearly hear her saying "Auspicia Dran," just over and over.
Oh, when
so
I
she's
hear
like,
that,
like, is that your name?
She doesn't respond to that. She's just like
Because you asked her.
tasting the word. She's just acclimating to it.
I say, your own sister.
Yeah, and she says, "Where's Tenty?"
Tendy's not here. We just came for you.
We have to go back in.
You fell through the door, and Omen sent us to get you. We're taking you back.
As long as we can come back. It moves.
We know. It's stuck.
Not today.
Yeah.
And then the exertion even of the conversation, you can see sweat standing on her brow.
Yeah.
Her hair is just like a bird's nest. Like it's just tangled. So you know, even with the contact of your palm on the drill-like root structure of the Nemazir, you know how to send your friends up.
Yeah. I want to do that, and I want to do it in this order. Dinar, Rosie, Cthulhu.
Okay, so you send up.
Ready
That's
to go?
very good. So the tough ones up front.
Yeah.
So basically the meat, right?
Yeah.
So you send up Dinar. You see a tendril, like a friendly root.
Oh, a friendrel.
Yeah, a friendril comes around and then it sort of cinches around your neck and then down into the front of the armor.
Like a noose.
Yeah, exactly.
This is okay.
It's a little bit. This is fun.
Yeah.
Are we having fun?
My friend.
And then once it's able to cinch itself back around on itself, an instant later, like you come out, basically at the base of the tree that Walnut grew.
And I've got her with me. Like,
She's with you.
took
Absolutely.
both of us. Okay.
Absolutely. So you feel something similar. It reaches around very quickly. It's much easier if you're not covered in plates. Is able to seize Cthulhu. It's
did?
not. What's that?
It did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It's not your favorite tendril. I mean, like
Yeah, there's an
You know what I
element
mean?
of like, okay,
yeah,
to each their own.
it's
sort
not
of
your tendril of choice, but it does grip and seize the Cthulhu. All right.
Okay.
Yep. And then you feel, but there's no tension on it or anything. It isn't like
Seething with dark
it isn't like the
knowledge.
fly spell. Like it just once it forms a circuit around you, it just communicates you effortlessly up to the base of this. So you know this now. So do you go up as well?
Yeah. I like cast like a glance over, so I'm very curious about the exchange we had, but yeah, then I'll go up.
So you commend yourself up through the trunk, and you are aware of it. As you travel up, you are able to see exemplars of your order commending you as you rise up.
Oh.
It's like a Disney ride where it's
Yeah.
like,
I feel wholly undeserving.
Yeah, but they're the ones who determine
Yeah, I
whether or not
guess.
you're deserving. So it's not for you. So as you emerge more or less in the configuration you were down in the basement, and you can feel the ground rumbling a bit. Could be strain. It could be straining against the Nemazir. But you can definitely feel that there is unease in the ground beneath. And as I say, dawn is rising out in this field northwest of Red Larch in the Desserin Valley, and you can see that the sky is sort of moving into pinks and golds. And then as you look out over this field, look back toward Red Larch, you can see shapes building themselves, constructing themselves out of what looks to be a dark liquid. And you have a bad feeling instantaneously. This reminds you very much of the method of transportation that you saw from Dran Enterprises. They have some mechanism, a potion mechanism, that they use to move themselves and their charges via the soil itself, without being seen in any way. And so they're being constructed, and they're perhaps 100 feet away. Like, they're being built out here, and they're being built in such a way, they're being built in a formation that is already present. So you can see this sort of like, almost like a curved phalanx type structure manifesting itself up from the soil. And there's a single figure that started behind it, and then you see the rest of it grow up around them, like a forest.
Yuck. All right, I'm saying to each of you, whatever else you knew of that story, I'm going to spill it now.
Sorry.
Just in the nick of time.
So I wasn't completely honest with you. So I know what this is
It's
about.
like pulling the collar, like,
No, I said it's more with agitation. It's more like because I'm angry. I'm thinking now about this crypt that, this being that, it's just a maggot. It's the same as everything else. This one eats children, apparently. It does not deserve to even be held by this root structure. I'm gonna send a bomb down that elevator, whatever the fantasy equivalent of a fuel air device.
Are bombs
is.
impressive?
we're gonna have to get a ruling.
But looking at this phalanx, I say, Dran Enterprises wanted me to kill her.
And this is while they are marching toward you.
Yeah.
He is spilling this.
He's
Let's
like,
go.
Hey guys, I'm supposed to kill her.
They want her dead.
That's awesome.
Why would they want Omen's sister dead?
We need to get her.
I say families aren't always nice.
That's true. We need to get her out of here, but we gotta hold them off.
Rosie's like, it's true.
And I point to them. I go, I don't want that in there in town.
What was that?
What's
Oh,
the
yeah.
phalanx marching
Whatever they
towards
are,
us?
yeah.
I go, any bright ideas?
So they're closer than ever,
Anything
and
spectacular?
the two halves of this sort of semicircle make way in the middle, and you see. She never named herself, but she was clearly some kind of drow matriarch. Your contact that brought you to what you suspected was Waterdeep, based on where the sun was over the water and the general bustle of the, and also the classiness of the menu.
Oh, yeah. I remember well. Not a lot to talk about.
Very cosmopolitan.
And she says, Cthulhu Drow.
I have already, I am. Like,
Oh yeah, it's instinctively,
Yeah.
instinctively. Says this is not our arrangement. Why did you bring that out here? Now I have to kill her again, just to get what's mine, and then I'm gonna have to kill the rest of you. Well, I won't. I brought some people.
Seems like you're in your element. I guess
Marvelous.
you'll get what you want either way.
You know what? Actually, you're quite right. You're quite right. I am going to kill her myself, though, just to make absolutely sure it's done. But it doesn't look like she's going anywhere. I think I can take my time with that. But by all means, gentlemen, if you could manage this scenario for me, I'll come in at the end, and then we'll get it all dealt with.
Do these look like figures that are solid? Like, are they also drow
Oh
what are
warriors?
no, they are not. They're not drow. They have a type of livery you haven't seen before. Generally speaking, when you've encountered people who work for Acquisitions Incorporated, they come from all walks of life. There's no specific outfit except for certain badges of service you might wear in accordance with your task, right? They have a very clear, like a regimental structure and uniform.
How many are there?
There are about 50.
No.
Real deal.
The tree
that's fine.
behind you reaches down a gentle frond and places it on your shoulder and says, "Mother, does the war still rage?"
I look at her and I go, I say, "It ever rages here."
And she says, I can see this drow. Are there others?"
I say there are. I say there's a whole army here.
She says, "At one point in time, there may have been." And then beneath these ranks of soldiers, proud red larch trees erupt. Soldiers are cast high into the air, screaming in pieces. Armor plates are flying off. They're killing each other in midair with their own weapons. These bursts are just erupting underneath one at a time. And then the remainder are running toward the party. Can we get some initiative?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's the condition of the drow?
She has withdrawn herself. All you're seeing is her phalanx being thrown into the air.
Okay, so we don't actually.
You don't
see
actually
her.
know where she is, and in fact, because a literal red larch forest is being born around you, and I should emphasize for your use, for your fanfics,
They're already being.
they're not only erupting beneath the soldiers, they're erupting everywhere. As far out as you can see, this area is being reclaimed by the Enclave.
Oh, my enclave, that's not bad.
Now,
It's like, what are you making that face for?
initiative, please.
It smells good.
I got a 13.
I got a 3.
I got a 9.
So widespread.
Got an 18.
Ooh.
How?
She said some words to you.
Got you going.
Hey, big spender. Listen, you rolled bad. I don't know what you want
I
to do.
know.
Now, Cthulhu Draub,
What am I presented with in front of me?
you are seeing a forest grow before your very eyes, and you are seeing soldiers run toward you, some of whom are immediately launched into the air or torn in half by these savage branches as they erupt from the soil.
Yum yum yum. Take it. At a point that makes the most sense in terms of like from a
Drama perspective?
yeah, centered around me, above my head. No,
Right.
I'm gonna choose the most densely crowded number.
Sure,
in
sure.
between-
So
in
there's
between.
a few, 3 or 4 that have come through. They're sort of moving through a clearing. You think any point a tree might erupt?
Yeah.
But these few, it's like imagine like a pachinko machine. Like a certain number of balls have gone into this
Stragglers.
reservoir, exactly, and they are very surprised that they have not been impacted yet. But that might not last very long.
No, I hope it doesn't. I'm gonna drop at that point Hunger of Hadar,
Ooh.
and let's see, how does it work? You're gonna love it.
Tell me more.
I don't know, they may enjoy it. You open a gateway to the dark between stars. A region infested with unknown horrors. A 20-foot radius sphere of blackness and bitter cold appears, centered on a point with range and lasting for the duration of 1 minute. they're gonna get frozen in there with 2d6 cold damage, and if they remain, they're gonna get battered by my acid tentacles. They can just enjoy that flavor.
Dang.
So I'm gonna do that 20-foot radius.
It's really a zone control.
It is zone control, yeah. Which is where I'm trying to figure out the best choke point.
Yeah,
if one
exactly.
exists.
So like I say,
Yeah.
there is a path that they seem to be flowing through here. You might be able to cut that off for them.
Ooh, yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. Within that area, if they need to succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 acid damage as milky, otherworldly tentacles rub against it. When was I hired to write in this?
You don't even remember. This is very on brand for a Lovecraftian horror, right?
Wet, creamy.
Yeah, chunky tentacles.
Ow.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they have to remain in there for it to occur.
Yeah, it looks like I just can place the zone. Yeah, and so whoever's caught within that 20-foot radius.
Anybody who starts their turn takes the cold damage. Anybody who ends their turn takes the acid damage.
Yeah,
Okay, awesome.
and it's also rough terrain.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Yeah,
All those milky ass tentacles.
they ain't
pretty
making it easy.
You heard? All right, yeah. We have the Hunger of Hadar. I'll manage that as it happens. Now, Walnut Dawn Grass. In the very seat of your power.
I know. So, bless this level. Okay. So I put a hand on my daughter, this tree, and I cast plant growth in the form that it all normal plants in 100-foot radius centered on her
Jesus.
become thick and overgrown. But I was thinking that maybe it would cause
That's so cool.
more of the trees, like help them.
Oh yeah, to
sprout
nourish
up.
them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the best. Great job. One of the best uses of plant growth, I think, ever.
Thank you.
Exactly. So your intention is through your daughter to nourish
Yes.
these trees as they are born.
I just want to help her succeed.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And that's what we all want for our children, right? Absolutely. So you're going to goose the natural processes that she is accelerating.
Yeah, I'm gonna put some
We'll spin on it.
ice on it.
Rosie Beestinger.
Yeah.
There are foes at present.
Yeah.
Some of them have decided that they don't want to walk through a dark orb.
Okay.
Some of them are going another way. And as two of them approach you, they are knocked aside by this, by the contact of Dran Enterprises.
Oh.
She has decided that you would be a great way to make an important point in this realm.
Wow.
So she is now before you, two daggers held opposite, out of the bottoms of the hands. She is flanked on each side by people whose faces will not sit still.
Yuck. Yuck.
Does that remind me of the Shadow Rosie that we met?
No, it isn't. It isn't Shadow in origin. It's they're in control of it. It's like they don't have to decide what they look like.
I see. Okay.
And as soon as they get close to you, you start to feel like a terrifyingly gentle probe of your thoughts. Like you don't feel like you are thinking them alone. You feel like they are perfectly obvious to someone around here.
Wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, clemency.
Okay, well, I start to think of like really nasty stuff. Just like the worst,
Filthy, nasty.
the worst kind of pornography and
Vanilla stuff.
real vanilla. Just
Yeah.
horrifying. And rude words in a variety of languages.
Nice.
And then I'm going to do some gramomancy.
I love it.
All of these trees are casting shadows everywhere. So
Oh yeah. I mean,
it's
we're just
it's a
now
rich bed.
in the dawn. Their sort of fingers are reaching toward you.
Right. Okay.
In the dawn grass.
This is the place. Leave me here.
So I'd like to use the shadows of the trees to actually make trees that grow up as shadow and entangle these foes, sort of like almost like a candy cane shape.
I love it.
To go around them, but almost like a tribute to the red larches that have grown up.
Exactly.
Around.
So there's
I know
two. Basically,
is mad at me, and I don't know why.
There's two forests.
Yeah.
There is a forest that has been born. It's basically your grandchildren, right?
Right.
Yep.
And there is another shadow forest that you are positing in the same space.
There's actually 3 if you count my milkworms.
Hey.
The old milkworms forest.
It's the old milkworm trick.
Yeah. Classic.
So these other.
Fill up a milkworm.
So basically, these shadow trees are born around them. And so they are ensconced in every way, just contained within these trunk prisons. It is forming around her as well. All 3 of them appear to be seized by this other forest that's filling the gaps in the rest of this new growth.
Okay. Before I end my turn as a bonus action, I'm going to do a shadow step. So I can teleport from and into dim light or darkness within 60 feet, which gives me advantage on an attack, but I'm not going to attack. I just would like to disappear.
Just
so
get
that
out.
They don't know where I am next.
Get out.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I'm going to try to, I think, shadow step closer to where the rest of you guys are. I don't know if we separated, but I feel like we have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 over time.
Yeah.
It's been a
As
while.
you age, you just get less time. That's really
Cats in a cradle.
You never call anymore.
Who calls people?
These days.
Carrier
So
pigeon.
Cathris, you can see again these trees are tossing people into the air, but they're also guiding them through these woods. You can see some they're going around the edge of the sphere. You see some walk through, and then when they come back when they emerge from the other side of the orb, they are deeply changed. They have had an experience that is not a pleasant one.
Drenched.
And exactly, and they are new men, and indeed 3 such creatures emerge maddened from the other side of this orb, and try to descend upon you.
3.
3.
Boy, it's a bummer that we spent all that time in that crypt because I don't have any of my good stuff.
We had a rest, didn't we?
We did have a short
the
rest in there.
Nemazir rested us.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it healed
I
and
was
rested
wondering,
us.
did
I don't
it
know about
recharge us all?
I thought you
Rest,
said that.
hit points.
Oh,
That's what I
okay.
thought. It was just hit points. Yeah, I burned
What's your AC?
Hypnotic Pattern and this one, so I got nothing.
What's your AC?
15.
Okay.
And I got no wild
Take
shape.
6. Ooh, that's
And
cool.
I got one.
2.
Wink.
Ugh, that doesn't do it. So they have come out, and you can still smell the sort of acrid stench
Oh, I love it.
of this grim and even grimmer forest.
The stink between stars.
Yeah, that they have recently taken a tour of. Their eyes are wild, and they've begun to gibber in an unkempt, unseemly way. That's not professional. Let's just start there.
Yeah.
Denarbla 10.
Well,
So you are standing here. You are close to your friend
yes.
Rosie.
And there are a bunch of enemies, so I guess I will also ult, and I will Draconic Entitlement the group.
Ooh.
Oh,
Pump it up, I got 5 of them.
Yeah,
I don't think I'm gonna use 5 in the next 20 minutes.
Okay, so tell me what they
We
do.
can KO Ken this and times 2 times 3. So I'm gonna yell at all of them.
You still have her here?
Oh yeah. I'm a tank. I'm a protector. So I'm also gonna, if someone comes at her, I'm gonna try to shield it too. But I'm just be like, everybody cool out. So these are, so I properly understand what these things are. These are not people, right? These are sort of things, but they can be reasoned with or talked to, or they understand.
Yeah, they definitely have an intellect, and they
Okay,
can be
all right.
manipulated
All right,
in this
hear it.
way by Draconic Entitlement.
All right. Well, I want them to. I kind of want to freeze them with the speech so the trees can start messing with them, or maybe even get them on our side. I'm like, everybody, cool out. Listen here, daddy, baby. You don't know nothing about no hard times. Dinar knows something about hard times. Hard times was in this crypt. You understand me, baby daddy? And you, Ric Flair, call all of them Ric Flair. You don't know nothing about no hard times.
So you're pointing at the contact from Dran Enterprises.
The Janari Dream knows something about some hard times. Try to get them to stop. Maybe be sympathetic. Maybe they turn on their friends.
Like, it sounds like
You
they have
tell
some
me.
hard
I
time.
use 5. Tell me how infectious this is. End of promo.
Yeah. I like it.
Been saving it up. Saving the hard times.
So you exert yourself.
Top of my ice screams. Yeah.
Exactly. Like through this newborn forest, there's a distant draconic shriek that exists. It provides a substrate for your words and projects them out into this forest. You can see groups of people as they're running closer. You can see some of them turning on each other. Like behind trees, you can see 2 people like disappearing behind a tree. One emerges. Like
Nice.
they are out there. They are out there shredding each other. You think that were they not firmly ensconced inside shadow trees, even more would be happening up here with the 3 of them. Now, something that you note as you speak these words, because the 3 biggest threats out of this crew are before you, and you can see the contact, the Dran Enterprises contact. Can I get perception rolls?
Yeah.
Wham. Shadow Council, Mayor Labors, please.
Dang.
Your servant, Dinar Blitzen, has offered you a boon. Do we have more than one Elderwood Academy box?
Boy.
Then we're going to assign 2 of these motherfuckers. If you are a subscriber, of course, you can get this rad box with our signatures. If not, obviously, we have the other shit from the store. When I say shit, of course, I mean coupon.
Quality.
Great things.
So you can see, very clearly for a half a second, and then like merging back and forth. It'd be difficult when you're looking at it through this this shadow grip, is that her face changes many times. It shifts between multiple personages. Like inside the like while inside the grip of this tree trunk.
Okay. I see it.
Anybody
Does
we know?
anyone else see it, or is it just me?
I got a 20.
Oh yeah.
4 or 5.
Absolutely, yeah. You're able to see this very clearly. You're able to see that this is either this is something that it's a glamour, or it is, you don't know what it is, but you know not to trust this shape.
Okay.
Dinar Blitzen is over. Kuthris Drow.
So over.
I'm so over. No, I'm
Everyone's
over. With the
over.
crowd, I'm over. I got a lot of heat.
Yeah, a lot of heat.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 approaching me. Is that correct?
Wait, they're right in front of you, physically striking you.
Oh, okay.
And my presumption is that Kuthris doesn't really respond to things like this.
Yeah, it's sort of like it's hampering my regular movement.
Yeah.
And then there's the pain of it, but I don't care for that.
Yeah,
Nobody
well,
likes
it's
that.
rude.
Yeah. This is why I took the damage then, is these 3 beasts. I don't got much for them. Let me just, I can't even do that one. All right, so it's Eldritch Blast for them. Why not see what it does? Yeah, that's how it's gonna work.
Just dish it up.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna.
Oh,
it's
goodness
gonna be a good
gracious.
one.
That is not a 4, my friend.
It's an 18 for the podcast.
Yeah, it's 18. And if you really want my +7 to that, you can enjoy it.
25.
Whoa.
And then, so I'm gonna choose 2 separate ones.
Indeed.
Okay.
That's a 3 for the podcast.
That's a 10. Yes. So that's so separated them, and then the one in the middle can just continue to hit me.
Yeah. So how does this, when Cthulhu issues an Eldritch Blast, how is Legati built into that?
Oh.
How does it look?
Penis.
I guess you would conjure it from the head. I don't know if it's
From the mouth?
Well, yeah. I'm not like using it like Zeus's thunderbolt, where I actually aim the head.
Yeah.
Because then I get dizzy.
Right.
But I think it would be appropriate to slam his tail down into the ground and then have it shoot in the directions I want.
So it'll just go wherever, because its eyes are everywhere.
From the eyes.
Whatever
Right?
whatever
exactly.
eye
So
is in line.
you pierce this fresh soil with the bottom of Legati, and then his mouth creaks open, and then a single purple ball, curious, hungry, begins to lash out at foes. One of them is caught square in the throat and collapses.
Oh, you roll damage.
The other one was a miss.
Okay.
So, Walnut Dawn Grass,
Yes.
what's going on?
So I see this like person, their visage is like
Yes.
flickering out here. So I am going to go ahead and with my Corrupto magic, try and cast Dispel Magic on that person. So it's one creature within range, which it is. And any spell of 3rd level or lower on the target would end. And each spell of 4th level or higher, you'd make an ability check using my spellcasting ability. The DC equals +10 the spell's level. And the spell's level is, that is a 2 for me. Oh no, sorry, it's a 3 for me. So it's a 13.
Okay. So you're just trying to strip all magic.
I want to see, I want to get rid of everything on that person.
Okay. So what does that look like when you try to do it?
So when Walnut tries to do it, it's like, I just like imagine her like slashing the air. Like,
Just like pulling it off.
yeah.
Like a
just
cloth.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly. So she drops out of the shadow prison that is holding her. The first thing that Dispel Magic does is shred the Grammamancy.
Oh, shoot.
So she falls. So she falls down, and then
And takes 38 damage.
Well, no, and then it. Her figures coalesce. Her features coalesce again.
Oh.
And then she walks forward. As she's walking forward, she takes a moment to sort of like slap her sort of honor guard that is still imprisoned. She's walking directly towards you without any care.
Okay, sure. Great.
Wait, that's your turn.
But it's not her turn. How's she using a movement?
The next turn is actually Rosie Beasting. Good. She can't attack. She's not going to attack.
All right.
Squaring off like I'm walking toward you.
Yeah, don't strip off her magic prisons. Right.
Okay. So I see this. I see Walnut destroy my Grammamancy hold on this creature.
Oops.
And then she's like going for Walnut, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it again. Yeah. No, this is not something that Rosie would normally do. She wants to act cautiously and with efficiency and with economy, you know. But blowing a Grammamancy to stop whatever that is from touching Walnut is definitely what's about to happen. So Walnut is, I think, like taken aback by this thing, and Rosie goes no, and then just like tries to get the shadow of the big red larch, your daughter. Yeah. So she's now trying to lasso that and throw it with no plan whatsoever directly back at this woman. There's not a plan to imprison her or anything. It's just get the fuck away from her, you bitch.
Delightful.
So basically, what happens is that your daughter is watching all of this in a placid way. She knows that in 1,000 years, the Enclave will be victorious.
Sure.
But there are moments like this do have a unique texture, and she wants to capture as much of it as she can so that she can teach others.
Yeah, great.
You hear a crack echo through the woods, and you can see a shadow version of the tree, of this larch, with her face in it, and a strained, terrifying shadow version of it fall down and collapse directly on this interloper, like just flattening her, knocking her to the ground.
Okay. Ooh. Nice. Nice.
Hey, good combo. We did
was
it
good.
just like we planned.
Just like we planned. Everybody thought we were mad at each other,
Yeah.
but it was a ruse the whole time. Gotcha.
Got
I know. She's dead.
Yeah, you rip out the grandma man scene. She's like, I'm not mad.
It's okay.
It's okay. I'm not mad.
Put us in that Kids in the Hall voice again.
Yeah.
I'm not mad.
Yeah. So, from the ground, so she is cracked and she is hurt by it.
Okay.
Like
Emotionally?
No. Personally, physically, you can see, her garb is unique in that it has where you might have bolts or knives. She has a combination of thin daggers and then what look like flasks. So when she is crashed to the ground, several of these flasks are broken and begin to mix and pour over the front of her leather armor. She is on her feet in a second, like from the ground to her feet at a moment's without a single moment's hesitation. And then she withdraws a dagger and then throws it at the woman that Dinar is holding.
Oh. Oh no.
What do you want to do, Dinar?
Oh. In that moment?
In that moment.
I would tank that. Yeah, I'd pivot.
Take
I would
that
take
knife.
that knife.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay.
I can't be poisoned.
That's great.
Yeah.
You take 7 points.
I was just saying, just in case.
I was waiting for the second syllable.
Yeah, 70
70
points.
points.
Next turn is Dinar Blitzen.
All right, so I'm like, Gah! Ouch. So how many? She's the only threat.
Right now,
The rest
the
are-
place is gone. It's bedlam.
Yeah, they're either fighting each other or being beat up by trees, right?
Right.
Okay. So I feel
And the forest isn't finished growing. I want to
Yeah.
emphasize
yeah.
that too. It's continued to spread out from these rings.
It's glorious.
how far is she from me? The threat.
Right now, she's, let's see, 10 feet?
Oh, okay. All right. So she's kind of close. I will. Especially with holding something is very important to
Dinar?
Dinar. He's always holding his egg. He's always holding something, right? They wear the
Little pop
Bjorn
stuff.
So I guess I'll do. Which one's better?
I don't know. You gotta pick.
All right. I'll do warding bond.
Yeah.
So while I'm holding her, I'll touch her. And then spell wards a willing creature you touch creates a mystic connection between you and the target until the spell ends. While the target's within 60 feet of you, it gains +1 bonus to AC and saving throws, has a resistance to all damage, but we share, like, I have a bond, so when she takes damage, I take damage.
Do you split it?
No, I take it.
Oh, you take it. Okay.
That
Okay.
kicks ass.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
What's the duration?
An hour.
Nice.
So I'll do that as an action, and then I guess she's close enough, so I'll kind of hold her in good and tight, and then I only have one real ranged attack, so I'll
You just disgorge.
yeah.
Let's see it.
Just give me a little bit more.
No.
It's happening. He's doing it.
He's doing it! It's happening!
We're all like,
She's like right here next to
Everyone
my
else
face.
is throwing up.
Like I'm holding her tight to make sure nothing spills out. So she's just like, "Meh," and I'm like,
I'm nudging the fighter attacking me, like, look, he's doing it.
how much is the
It's
thing?
like the thing from this email.
how much is the thing? Yeah.
2d6?
2D, all that for 2d6.
That's right.
That's what it is, right?
That's the reaction every
That's
time.
what I remember it being.
That's what I remember it being.
He doesn't scale with.
7!
Nice!
Okay, yeah, that does not go well. So this acid cone includes her and her 2 associates
Nice.
for a heap. We. We. Let's see. A little more bookkeeping here. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Sounds good. They're dripping out. I mean, you can see that like the this mixture of materials is starting to sort of like fizz and foam on her armor. That's Dinar Blitzen, and now it's Cthristraub. So you've got 2 special friends that all like you.
They like me a lot. How far are we away from this drow woman combat?
You are off to the left. You wanted to try to find the right space for your Hunger of Hadar. But you are not super far away. I mean, you're only 30 feet from that.
Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how much. Yeah, I can combine tasks.
Multitask.
Right. I think I'd rather so these 2 are even as they beat on me, I'm still looking over at the drow woman as the real source of
You
the
said,
issue.
no. Not
Yeah.
you.
Not these.
Yeah.
As each like sword lands and
Yes.
sinks in. No. Come on.
Not this.
Tentacular, spectacular.
It's going to erupt.
If I can reach that drow woman, is where I want to place it. I want to
Okay.
get it near her.
Yeah, well, there
On the
are...
other side, I'm going to try to do it behind her because I know that she's close to you, right?
It's far enough away that I had to use a
Yeah.
ranged attack on
That's
there,
true.
but
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah.
So you want to try to find a host.
What's dead near there?
Exactly. There's lots. There's carnage galore in this place that you can take advantage of.
Let's do it. And in fact, I will take advantage. Thank you for saying it.
A lot of advantages.
Yeah. How many? What do I got
3.
left?
Advantageous.
Still doing good. All right.
Kick it.
Here we go. Well, this is an Arcana.
Yeah.
So we're looking at garbage.
Filth.
Yeah, that's a 10. And then this is going to be.
Oh,
Is
Jack.
it Jack?
It's Jack.
Okay.
Hey, that's
I'll
even
take
better.
it. That's 20 Arcana.
So did you... It really happened, everybody.
It really happens.
Wow.
It really
A
happened.
good roll.
A good one.
With,
Yeah.
With the 10.
Right at the end on the
Just
last
in time.
episode. Wow.
So there
this
is
a lot of
there is a true forest birthed northwest of Red Larch, and there is a dark forest made of shadows that was summoned by Rosie Beesinger. Now there is a third forest. So, and you know how it's going to work. You can see there's just bodies everywhere. It's the only interesting thing in your field of vision is these shredded corpses. So at once you find one and you can sort of see how you can erupt the closest one here through a chain of other bodies.
Oh, yeah.
So
I could judge the heft of each mentally.
yeah, exactly.
What would be the right spot?
Exactly. So you find one, and then it just like a rhizome, it just turns inside out, and purple, like shredding purple cords leap out, and then it leaps out, and then one chain of this goes completely somewhere else. You don't know. It's gonna found a town or
Yes.
something. It's gonna found a town where purple tentacles can finally be free.
I'm a little nervous about that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Deal with that later.
Orphanage.
So this one, the other one, arcs over, but not like electricity, like a physical thing goes over and then roots around in this body. This body sprouts several purple legs and then crawls its way over to the next one and then just makes a pile of bodies.
Nice.
And then additional fronds emerge from that. And one of them erupts directly through her back.
Ooh.
Walnut Dongrass.
The guy who's making those
Oh yeah, exactly.
noises.
No, yeah, exactly. Just like a little Ben just looks back. And
It's a reunion.
exactly, but it's her, but it's also her entourage. These tough fellows who haven't had a chance to really flex their muscle yet.
Wow.
Next up is Walnut Dongrass.
How dare you, sir?
So
How dank you, sir.
How dank you.
Thank you very much.
no, I don't know.
Oh my God.
Ooh,
Sorry, I just thought about how I'm gonna call this month's holiday Thanksgiving. Oh, sorry.
Thanksgiving.
Okay, so real quick, I only got one left. I hope it's a good one. I'm going to. This is all garbage. Wild shape. One
Oh, that
last
wildest
time.
shape.
The wildest shape. A weasel. And I slink away, and I'm gone.
You just whiz it up. I was just like,
You're like, where's this going?
Yeah, then I leave. I go home.
Sorry. No, I'm gonna do the spider.
yeah.
No, I'm not. Sorry, why did I say that? I read that a lot. I'm doing the wolf, obviously.
Yeah. You gonna bring it back?
Yeah.
Gotta get that one more shot of classic wolf nut.
One
before
more
the end of the
class
show.
of wolf for the end of the show. Well, I
give
don't have
fans what they
anything
want.
that's gonna do anything else. I'm sorry. I'm a one-trick pony.
Yeah, that's what I think
And-
of when I think of you.
Oh yeah. Shoot. No, but I get pack tactics. Okay, yes. So I'm going to try and do one last bite for old time's sake. I want to jump in there. I mean, are the tentacles done writhing or are they forever writhing?
Oh,
So,
they're
like,
just, it's through.
her.
Yeah. It's there, but feel free to bite.
Oh, then I'll bite one of the other guys.
No, it's contained.
Yeah, you want to bite.
They're okay.
Yeah, I think
But listen, you know what?
Someone else is
So what you're
taking
saying
care
is
of
that no one needs a bite.
But no, bite who you
bite
need to.
her.
There's people who need to get bit.
biter.
Okay, I'll bite
Oh
her.
yeah, they gotta get
And I
bited
get natural advantage on this because I'm close to my friends.
because you're great.
Bite what feels right.
I'm gonna bite what feels right. Oh!
Oh,
I get advantage. I get advantage. That was a 2 podcast.
Okay. Because of
podcast.
the,
That was a 2.
Oh, well, it's a 14.
that is not enough.
Well, then I snarl at her real good.
Yeah.
Ooh, scary.
So you,
She takes 12.
so you move up. Oh yeah, 12 snarl damage.
12. That's the worst kind.
You move up on your heavy paws,
Yeah.
and you're snapping at it, but there's also this tentacle that doesn't seem to have any awareness
That's fine.
of friend or foe.
Yep, sure. What do I got?
Rosie, Bistanger.
okay.
okay.
Bistanger.
We've got three dudes. I'll just give them the classics.
These close ones over here.
Whatever. We'll just do the
Just dish
classics.
it up?
Yeah. So I'm going to do 2 staff hits on the drow woman, and then I will dash punch her 2 friends. So against her is a 20 and a 17.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And then
Much better than Walnut.
Can I end the season on that, Jerry? Cool.
and then the punches shall be not enough. That's 11 and 19.
Gotcha.
So she gets 2 staff hits and a punch. I will also stun her with that first staff
Right.
hit, which means that I
You try.
actually get advantage on everything,
Yeah.
but I didn't need it. Okay, so she gets a big ol' cup full of 11 plus 8 damage, and then her friend gets 12 damage from my mighty legs.
Amazing.
And she's stunned,
All right.
unless she does a con save. But she's got a tentacle through her chest.
20.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
All right, she's not stunned.
Actually, womp womp womp. It's the last one.
Yeah.
Womp womp womp. Just because it's the bad guys, don't mean that you don't get cool shit.
That's right.
Shadow Council, may our labors please you. Portentia Dran has delivered you a boon.
What?
It's true. These brutal hits that would have felled. I mean, you feel this is as good as you can stun. This is exactly the point at which, on a regular person, this would be the place that you hit. And as you hit that point, every part of her physicality changes. She is a completely different person. She brings herself off of this tentacle and down to her knees. And when she looks up, you think that you have seen this face before. You think that you have seen, you think back to the picture, to the pictures that were drawn and the mirror. And this is a face, this is the practiced face
Right.
that this entity has taken on. And on her knees in front of you, on her turn, she withdraws a potion, pops the stopper on it, drinks it, and melts in front of you directly into the ground.
Ugh.
The old melty travel.
The other two are free of their shadow bonds and are trying to make a break for it
Sure.
directly back out.
So
You
we
can
get
mock them if you would like to.
we get an attack of opportunity
You
on
do.
them, right?
Yeah, real quick, everybody does.
All right, I take the whip.
There you go.
I kind
Yeah.
of little whip snap. Take out floss, as it's affectionately been labeled by some
Yeah, that's
suggestions.
a 23. I'm throwing my quarterstaff at him.
We both got 4s.
Nice.
We're cursed. Come on, buddy.
Let's go. That's a 19. The one of the Eldritch Blasts.
8 points of damage.
Okay.
Explodes.
Hey, he might.
Oh, another 8 for you.
That's nice.
Yeah.
This sucks.
One of them just collapses as they're running. A few half-hearted crawls away. The other escapes, navigating all 3 of the forests you have.
I take my staff, it flies
Generated.
back to me, and I like blow on it like it's a gun. I'll be like, got him.
I like to think that the ones
Exactly.
on me are
No.
offended that I continue to
No,
attack other people.
they have left, and it's up to you if that's okay.
That's fair.
Yeah. So
They're
they
good boys.
they make their way out. The rumbling in the soil has ceased. What do you do?
To take Auspicia back.
Yeah, take her home.
Take her to her mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof.
So
This is gonna be
you
a
so
much
you
difficult time.
walk a ways through. The trees were gentle enough to leave a little space for the cart. It's tilted up a little bit. You kind of have Coriander's folded up. Coriander expands, tugs it off of this little stump, and you expertly navigate through this new maze that you have made. I mean,
I do have to say goodbye to my daughter.
yeah. There are. I mean, this is a forest. Like, there's no other word for it.
Great.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say that.
Why would you have to say goodbye?
I was just gonna tell her that the war has ceased for now.
Oh, I see.
So I say, daughter, for now the war has ceased, but it may come again.
May it always. And she nods her head and then goes back, and then the trunk of the tree seals up. So there's a quiet ride from this new forest, which we'll have to name, back to
Got that to add to the list
back
of
to
things to do.
the indeed back to the Dran and Courtier.
Yeah.
It's about noon. The sign is swinging in a crisp breeze. Acquisitions Incorporated logo below. The box out front, stuffed with new jobs. As you walk in to the Dran and Courtier, you hear the sound of a lute. And you can see Audra Courtier is there. And she looks over at you and then, without missing a note, says, "You're Walnut. Brahma's told me some things." And then she takes a moment just to look you over and says, "I get it."
Hey.
Rosie goes,
Well, I guess we have important business.
And then
Steak
when
dinner.
when Dinar comes in, that's when the music stops. Prophetess was enjoying a moment ago Audra's gentle teasing, and there isn't a moment upon looking at her daughter that she doubts her identity in any way. She rushes from behind the bar, and then puts an arm under, and then takes her away from you, and then in a quiet voice she looks back at the inn and says, "We're closed." That is season 1 of Acquisitions Incorporated, the C Team. Thank you so much for coming with us and hanging out and listening to our story. It's been a real pleasure. It's one of my favorite things, that it's one of the best parts of my life, and a big part of that is that you enjoy it as well. Hey, we're going to come back with some table talk here in a sec. Don't go nowhere. But like I said, from everybody here at the C Team, thank you so much.